bed.
This is event number 1, Men's Collegiate Varsity A, Lane 1, Grand Valley State University. Lane 2, Orange Coast College. Lane 3, Oklahoma City University. Lane 4, Washington State University. Lane 5, MIT. Lane 6, Cal State Long Beach. And in lane 7, Chapman University. Things are very calm down here in the starting area. If anything, there's a cross tailwind coming from the lane 7 side. The aligner's flag is up. And we have a start. Event number 1, Men's Collegiate Varsity A, Alca. All crews away cleanly. Right now, after the first half a dozen strokes, your early leader in lane 2 is Orange Coast College. Out here in lane number 5 is MIT. They're in the 2nd spot. Grand Valley State University is in 3rd. For those of you that are new to crew racing, they take these shells from a dead stop using some fraction strokes. They'll have some upstrokes, or the racing start for about 15 to 20 strokes, and then they'll shift down, which they're about ready to do. As we approach the shift, it's still Orange Coast College, your leader. MIT is in 2nd. Grand Valley over in lane 1 is in the 3rd position. Orange Coast now shifting down to 35.5 strokes per minute. And Oklahoma City in lane 3 now is pushing back as well. The stars from Oklahoma City, Orange Coast College, Grand Valley State, and MIT have separated from the other 2 crews. We're now approaching the 500-meter mark, and your leader is Orange Coast College by 2 seats. Grand Valley and Oklahoma City are pretty much level. Then it's MIT.
So as they go through the 500-meter mark, to pass the 500-meter mark, we got some separation from MIT, Oklahoma City, and Orange Coast. Orange Coast are one of the, if not the only, junior college program in the United States that has rowing. Oklahoma City University is a fairly recent program, but they also have cooperated with the United States Rowing Association to run an under-23 development scholarship program. The crew from MIT come obviously from Boston in Massachusetts, very well credentialed. Washington State in lane 4 have already beaten Puget Sound and Willamette so far this year, but lost to Western Washington and Pacific Lutheran. And Orange Coast in lane 2 have beaten UCLA so far. In lane 1, Grand Valley. There's an interesting story there. Their foreman is not at this regatta, so they have a substitute in the 4 seat. The reason they don't have Robert DeWeer here is that a few weeks ago he was called up for active service in Afghanistan, and we understand that he will be watching this race via the internet.
As you can hear, we have our coxswain wired, and you're going to be able to hear some of the exciting call action as they move down our course. Let's take a look at the course lane assignments. In lane number 1 and currently battling for a second position is Grand Valley State University from Allendale, Michigan. In lane 2, our current leader, Orange Coast College. In lane 3 is Oklahoma City University. Lane 4 will be occupied by Washington State. MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology is in lane 5. Long Beach State in lane 6, and Chapman all the way outside in lane number 7. As our crews are coming inside the 1,000-meter mark, that race call is kind of standing the way it has all along, with Orange Coast College on a slight lead. However, Grand Valley beginning to make a bit of a charge along the shoreline. And then outside to lane number 3 is Oklahoma City, and on their outside shoulder, MIT beginning to make a bit of a challenge at the 1,000-meter mark, and they are also watching on their outside shoulder some of the activity from Chapman and Long Beach State.
Very good push from Grand Valley in lane 1. They are, of course, from Allendale in Michigan, which is the home of Amway. A very well supported club program. They're not a varsity program like some of the others in this race, but at this moment in lane 1 it's Grand Valley who seem to have put the accelerator down in the third 500 and moved a little bit away from Orange Coast and Oklahoma City University. On the far outside we have Chapman, who seem to be doing a good job on Long Beach State. They're near neighbors, with MIT still showing ahead of Washington State for the minor placings.
Along the shoreline, we have Grand Valley State University.
5 strokes.
2 rows out from them would be Oklahoma City, beginning to make a move up as Orange Coast College has trailed off a little bit.
Alan, the critical thing here is who's going to finish in the top 2, because it's the top 2 go through to the grand final tomorrow. 3rd and 4th go through to the petite final, and 5th and 6th will go through to the 3rd final. So top 2 is critical.
Our race is shaping up along the shoreline, the Grand Valley, and out there in the middle of the course, lane 3, Oklahoma City. Coming up on the outside is going to be MIT putting on a last-minute push. And in the center, Orange Coast College has trailed off a little bit. We're looking for the top 2 to move forward, and it looks like Grand Valley has a little bit of an edge on that. Then outside to Oklahoma City, Orange Coast College, an early leader in this race, has fallen back just a taste, and then on the outside of them is going to be MIT, followed by Washington State, then Chapman and Long Beach State. And unofficially, our winner is Grand Valley State University, followed by Oklahoma City, then Orange Coast College looking to the outside to MIT, then Washington State, and trailing in this race on the outside, Chapman and Long Beach State University.
Unofficially, of course, Alan, Grand Valley and Oklahoma City moving through to the grand final. Orange Coast and Washington State looking to redeem themselves in the petite final tomorrow by winning that event.
That's it.
So the absence of Robert DeWeer in Afghanistan didn't seem to hold Grand Valley back very much. The substitute was obviously a very able one, and they looked a very polished crew coming through the finish line.
Coming up next will be event number 2. It is the Men's Collegiate Varsity B, and we'll be on the water with that one shortly with Drexel, Notre Dame, University of San Diego, UCLA, Rollins College out of Winter Park,